people will ask me to come, and they'll say, well, what is your charge? What is your honorarium? And I've always responded, whatever the Lord places on your heart, because I know that God will provide for me. I learned this from a revival that I was doing in Kentucky. Preacher had got me down there. I'm down there preaching. He didn't get me a hotel, had me staying with some people. And that's one of the reasons I do not like to stay with people to this day. But he had me out there. And so the Friday night, the end of the revival, he told me he had to go to the hospital and that things would be taken care of. Well, when I got through preaching, went to the office, the deacons came in and they were crying. And I said, what's going on? What's up with y'all? Is something going on? Pastor, he's done it again. I said, done what? He's run off with the money. And I sat there in that chair and the Holy Spirit said, go to the bus station. Well, back then, in those days, if you had a quarter, you could call collect. So my goal was to call home and have them wire me some money through Western Union. Got to the bus station. First thing was I didn't have a quarter. Second thing was the bus station was closed. And I sat down. I said, Lord, what am I going to do? Well, I ain't got no money. I ain't got nothing. And I sit there on that bench and I talk to the Lord. And then I looked up and I noticed there's a man. He's pacing back and forth. So I'm thinking, is he thinking about robbing me? This is going to be a bad night for him. And so I went back into prayer. And then I felt somebody hovering, standing over me. And I looked up and my instinct was to, defend myself. And he handed $300 bill. And this is what he said to me. He said, the Lord told me to give this to you. And I started shouting. I took it and I started shouting. And then I was like, let me thank him. And when I looked up, he was nowhere around. He was nowhere around. So all I'm trying to tell you is God does provide. I was faithful. I did what God told me to do. Go run that revival. Go try to help people. Go try to get people to salvation.